guys and gals, never here from Drake Wing Gaming. Instead of me on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Promises to Keep. This has been an exceptionally popular VN on this channel, so I'm just gonna delve right back into it. Alarm chain, you are up, and let's go. God, he's so cute. He delivers his quips with the same energy I remember from childhood, but with all that's happened, they would take some getting used to again. And now that I verbalize it, I guess I did think about him from time to time. Honestly, more than that, hell, I was thinking about him this morning. How could I not, given how close we'd been? I think I was putting off our meeting because I expected it to be painful. I expected anger or tears but we really seem to be picking up where we left off. Well, I'm surprised I haven't seen you around then. I always go on afternoon walks, and I feel like I know almost everyone who lives here. Well, I don't get out that often. Oh, I bet. Let me guess, a grocery haul once a month? Hey, come on! It hurts because it's true. I try to mumble something witty in response, but it falls flat. I'm right, aren't I? I still don't understand why you choose to stay in when your parents always let you go out whenever. Well, it becomes a lot less special when you do it any time, you know? Sure, but having that freedom beats being trapped in the house every weekend of your childhood. He was right. When we were kids, he spent pretty much every weekend stuck upstairs in his room. Every Saturday, I'd always try to sneak him a treat through his window. I would buy two of some new candy the mall was carrying, and would walkie-talkie each other from across the street, critiquing our little snacks like we were on TV. He got really good at catching candy from his second-floor window. That was our Saturday night ritual. He'd always eat dinner extra fast so he'd have more time to enjoy his secret dessert with me. But now it seems like we've completely switched our house-leaving habits. Ironic. Simpler times, huh? I don't miss them as much as you. You were probably the only thing that made it bearable back then. I could feel my face warming up. I hadn't expected such a compliment. Ha! You're blushing! I can't believe I can see it through your fur! He reaches out to playfully poke my cheek, but I bat his paw away, more amused than annoyed. He sticks his tongue out at me again, and swishes his tail slowly. So, what did you get up to once you left? He always did have a talent for tonal whiplash. Guess that hasn't changed either. Well, nothing much. I moved to a new city, went to a new high school with new people. I bet you were super popular. Everyone here loved you. One look at his face told me that he wasn't being sarcastic. You kidding? You were always the popular one. It wasn't a contest, and I promise, we all missed you lots after you moved. I don't believe you, but anyway. My new school was really different. Way, way bigger. Even the teachers were overwhelmed by the size of our class. I mean, I guess I made a few friends, but I never really connected with anyone there. To be honest, I was just counting the days until I could move away to college. Back then, I just wanted to be somewhere else. Has that changed? I pushed the thought away. Was it better? College, I mean. Yeah, it was. This is gonna sound cheesy, but it helped me find myself a bit, you know? Ruffy's ears perk up and his smile widens. So, Leo, tell me, who are you? He mimes a microphone and holds it up to my face. Well, the truth was that I realized I was queer. There you go. Yeah, my guess is that everyone in this house is gay as fuck as well. It's not like I really tried to keep it a secret anymore, but something about telling Ruffy was giving me a pause. Maybe the rush of old feelings and old fears. I clear my throat. Well, I figured out that We both jump as something slams in the front door. What was that? Ruffy leaps off the couch and speeds over to the door, leaning in to peer through the peephole. Oh, it's just Theo and Artemis, and his friend. The door swings open to reveal Theo, or more accurately, Theo's arms holding two huge boxes. Ruffy and I back away from the door, letting him stumble into the house. He sets the boxes down near the coat rack, clearly out of breath. What is all this? As Theo catches his breath, I hear a soft, timid squeak. A scaly, crested head pops into view behind Theo's hunched form. Aww, it's a cute raptor. Holy shit, that looks kind of like an artist I used to follow when I was younger. A guy named Raptor Red on DeviantArt. Oh, sorry, that's my stuff. I wasn't sure if bringing all this was okay, but everyone insisted. I figured that I would want my monitor set up here if I was going to be here a while, but I really didn't want to be a nuisance and... The flustered dino gets cut off by another voice, silky and smooth. Hey, relax. We already said it was alright for you to bring your things. I'm gonna go grab Hunter to help us with these. I'm gonna go grab Hunter to help us with these. There's no way I'm carrying them upstairs without him. Oh, God, it's a hot bird. As Theo steps in and starts moving his coat, the source of the velvety voice comes into view. A burb! Some kind of blue jay was my guess, and he looks like he just came from some crazy music concert, with only a light coat draped over his shoulders. How was he not cold in that? Both the dino and the bird are holding boxes. The dino's mostly taken up by a massive computer monitor, and the bird's filled with miscellaneous items. Oh, before I forget, Leo, Ruffy, this is Oliver. Theo gestures to the dino, who gives me a nervous grin. Theo then indicates the bird. And this is Artemis. The bird nods at me once, adjusting the box in his talons. Ruffy, I think you and Artemis know each other already. Ruffy gives Artemis a grin and a wave, and the bird responds with the slightest hint of a smile. They'll both be staying with us as we wait out the storm. It's nice to meet you both. Theo then excuses himself to grab the mysterious hunter, who I still have yet to meet. Ruffy moves to shut the door behind us, scooping up one of the boxes and springing up the stairs after Theo. Second now, water time. Open, you damn thing. There we go. Okay. We have guests! Artemis lets out a comical sigh. That dog has too much energy. One of these days his treads will wear out. I clear my throat quietly, gearing up once again for small talk. So, you do know Ruffy then? When did you two meet? I remember him saying he texted you earlier. I moved here pretty recently, but I always see him going for walks and he usually invites me to join him. Typical dog behavior. Artemis starts to make his way to the couch as he talks, and Oliver and I follow. The bird and I both sit. Oliver gently pokes at one of the cushions with a claw, testing it, then joins us in front of the fire. Yeah, that does sound like Ruffy, always looking to make friends. By the way, you're Leo, right? The same Leo he went to school with. He's mentioned you once or twice. Another twinge of guilt, but not as strong as before. After all, Ruffy hasn't really seemed upset either earlier. Yeah, that's me. Nice. I'm usually garbage with names, so apologies in advance if I forget. No worries. Can I just make sure I've got your names right, too? I point at the blue jay. Artemis. Yep. And Oliver, right? The dino doesn't respond immediately. He shuffles a little in his seat, looking like he's deciding whether or not to correct me. Sorry, I'm wrong, aren't I? No. I can see the gears in his head turning. But, you can just call me Ollie, though, if you want. With Theodore in the room, I guess I just wanted to introduce myself properly first, rather than start with nicknames. Oh god, look at those teeth. Because, well, you know, he's our senior, right? I didn't want to lead with such a childish nickname. The dino loses steam as he talks, and his long-winded explanation trails off in a mumble. Artemis cocks his head inquisitively. You know he goes by Theo, right? Does he? Ollie seems genuinely surprised by this. He begins gnawing on a talon thoughtfully. And he's not that much older than we are. What is he, 30-something? He's still got a few more years before assisted living. What the fuck? I can't help but snort at Artemis's joke, hiding my laughter behind a paw. He gives me a small wink, amusement plain in his eyes. Really? But he seems to have his shit together. Ollie mumbles, stuffing his claws deep into his hoodie pocket. Well, I still think Ollie's a cute name, and Theo's a chill guy. I wouldn't worry about it. Artemis speaks firmly, but not harshly, and Ollie nods softly in response. From the look of it, these two have known each other for quite a while. Something about their dynamic feels very comfortable, very lived in. If it matters, I agree. They both look at me, Ollie in surprise, Artemis in gratitude. I'll admit, I don't know Theo that well, but I don't think he's the judgy type. He wouldn't have invited us all to stay otherwise. And I also think Ollie's a cute name. Thanks. The conversation is suddenly interrupted by two sets of paws coming down the stairs. Alright everyone, last introduction. Ooh, it's a coon. I think. Theo stands aside, yep, a raccoon with a warm and goofy smile. He raises his paw to wave, his t-shirt rippling over a layer of bulky, well-built muscle beneath. Yo, name's Hunter. I'm in town for winter break, but... He gestures to the window. Well, we all know how that's going. Anyway, I heard there were boxes for me to carry. I figured he was an athlete of some sort, judging from his physique and the mention of winter break. He looks too built to just be a casual gym goer, at least. Wonder what his workout routine is for him to look like that. Artemis speaks up and motions to the boxes on the floor. We just need help with these three. The other one is mine. Sweet, something to lift. Let me just... I watch him hoist 2 boxes up in the air effortlessly. I'll come back for the screen. Don't want to damage that. I can plainly see the relief on Ollie's face. Oh, sorry, I didn't get y'all's names. Artemis. Ollie. Oliver. Ollie stops mid-word, eyes flicking to Theo and back. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Artemis raise an eyebrow. And I'm Leo. Great to meet y'all. Be back in a sec. He follows Theo back upstairs. Each step he takes is as light and careful as when he came down. It was like the boxes didn't weigh anything to him. Did he really say, sweet, something to lift? What a guy. His tone is snarky but not malicious. Showing off, I guess? Ollie chuckles nervously. But I mean, he was nice enough to carry all the stuff I brought, so... Gosh, I really should have left most of it behind if I had... Ollie. Artemis interrupts him gently. Theo said it was fine, remember? And you saw how excited Hunter was to have something heavy to carry. You practically did him a favor. Ollie seems to settle slightly in his seat, his nervousness abating somewhat. Right, sorry. Nope. That gets a real laugh out of Ollie, showing off a mouth of razor-sharp teeth. The bird looks up from his phone and makes eye contact with me. This is a little game me and Ollie play. Whenever he apologizes unnecessarily, I just say, nope. It does help, actually. Well, until I forget again. Yeah, until you forget again. Don't worry, I'll keep doing it. I hear Hunter come back down the stairs without Theo this time. Hey, Ollie! Theo wants to show you your room. I can see Ollie freeze up as he hears his nickname, but he tries his best to play it off. Oh, coming! I'll come too. Leo, you joining us? I think I'll hang here for a bit more. Might be nice to get a moment to myself. Artemis gives me a lazy thumbs up and rises from the couch. He stretches his wings out a bit, then bends over to grab his box. Alright, that is finished. Well, we'll see you later then. Just like that, the living room goes quiet again. I exhale. Remember to breathe, Leo, and settle back into the couch cushions. I hadn't really been prepared for meeting so many people in such a short time. For reconnecting with an old friend, too. I take a moment to relish the silence, knowing it will be in short supply in the coming days. Sure enough, it isn't long before more paw steps echo in the stairwell. I hear some audio coming from a phone, followed by a familiar soft giggle. Then Ruffy hops off the second last step and comes into view. Hey, Leo, what you up to? He makes his way to the couch and plops down, laying leisurely on his back. Just taking a breather. I didn't think I'd see so many new faces today. I know, right? Isn't it so exciting? Well, I mean, yes. But it's also exhausting. I chuckle a little and it turns into a yawn. I instinctively curl into the soft couch cushions. Okay, sleepyhead, enjoying your peace and quiet down here? I curl up even more, a mischievous smile spreading across my face. Sure am, no orange dogs barking my ear off. I study him carefully, testing the waters. But to my relief, he commits to the bit, letting out an exaggerated gasp and throwing a dramatic paw over his forehead. Oh god! Then he gives me a cute pout, accompanied by the softest set of puppy dog eyes. How rude! And here I was about to invite you to hang out with me until dinner. I sit up, clearly a little interested. I was just gonna play a video game, lay around, you know? Just as I'm about to respond, we hear more paw steps on the stairwell. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank you all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to our not safe for work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all. Now, see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!